I welcome you to the inauguration of the Reconstituted focal team for the Restitution and Reparation of Ghana's illegally acquired and stolen cultural items, which marks a significant cultural and moral commitment. For far too long, Ghana, like many other African nations, has watched from afar as priceless cultural artifacts, sacred objects, and historic regalia have remained housed in foreign institutions acquired through acts of colonial plunder, deceit, or exploitation. These items are not just symbols of our past, they are vessels of identity, memory, and pride. Their absence has left a painful void in our historical narrative and in the soul of our nation. This reconstituted focal team is tasked with a noble and complex mission to lead Ghana's effort in identifying, documenting, negotiating, and securing the return of our cultural treasures and to ensure fair reparative justice for wrongs done. To the distinguished members of this team, you represent the hopes of a nation and the guardianship of our cultural sovereignty. You carry the torch lit by our forebears and the expectations of future generations. Your work must be anchored on integrity, diplomacy, historical rigor, and unwavering patriotism. Let me assure you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that in my capacity as a Vice Chair of the ECOWAS Subcommittee on Restitution and Reparations, as well as that of the Ministry, that we stand ready to support your efforts with all the institutional backing, interministerial coordination, and international engagement necessary to fulfill this mandate. We seek that what rightfully belongs to the Ghanaian people becomes theirs once again. Let history remember this day as one where Ghana boldly reaffirmed her right to her heritage and where we took one more step towards healing and dignity. May your work be guided by wisdom, courage, and truth. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I declare the reconstituted focal team on restitution and reparations duly inaugurated. Thank you all, and may the good Lord bless you.
It is of great honor to be part of this reconstituted team. I chaired the previous focal team, and I'm glad to say that over the period of our work, we have made a headway. We organized a series of workshops across the country, regional workshops in the Central region, at the University of Cape Coast, also at the Elmina Beach Hotel. We had workshops in Pando, and then had another one, regional workshop at Ho. And this culminated in an international workshop in December 2024 at the Alisa Hotel. I'm also happy to say that the workshops were meant to create awareness among Ghanaians about what restitution entails and to seek information from the general public as to the way forward with regard to what we are seeking to be returned to our homeland. So far, we've got some overtures from museums outside the country. The Gabi Museum has since 2022 been seeking to return two valuable items of Asante origin, a stool and also a shrine figure. We also have the Fowler Museum. They have recently returned some gold to Asante, but they would also like to return some items from their collections to Ghana. We've got the Netherlands. The head of the Netherlands Public Museum has sent a long list of collections that are of this origin, that is to say, from our part of the world. And we are to select those which we would want to be returned, and the negotiation process will begin. As we speak, we've also participated in the German committee that was looking at the policy framework, revising the German policy on restitution. And we are pursuing the return of collections that were taken from Pando in the early 20th century, when the king of Pando was arrested and exiled to Cameroon. Now, the German embassy has been very helpful in this regard, and this reconstituted team would enhance these processes. That is why I'm also happy to be here. To conclude, I should say that restitution goes beyond the return of items or repatriation of items. Restitution is the ultimate thing that will ensure that we restore our dignity as a people, fill the gaps that have been created between the past and the present, which has denied us knowledge about ourselves and about our world. Restitution is vital to enable us to heal from the ills of the past and to build new relationships among ourselves and beyond on the global scale, which will ensure that we have social justice, peace, reparative justice, and live in harmony as a people. On that note, I'd like to thank the Honorable Minister for taking time to set up and inaugurate this thing.
The youth must understand that you cannot be looking to go forward without knowing where you've come from. And those artifacts, a lot of them carry that information that you need, because those who did before we are daring to do are not here to tell their own story, but we can engage with them through the artwork that they left behind for us.
Normally, it's a national assignment, so as UNESCO, we are here to provide advice and also observe. Now, UNESCO has this convention called the 1970 Convention. It helps prevent illicit trafficking of cultural property.